I hope you're doing well today. I'm in a little precarious spot, uh, but trying to be tucked away from the wind. So we're going to make this work. I have a fun little sequence for you today. I'm going to start with some spinal mobility. I'm going to turn around just so I have a nice view with you. So I want you to be seated. You could have your legs out in front of you, or you could be sitting up on a box with your arms out to a T. We're going to take it, and then come to the center, which is and come back to center. You can have your arms out to a T like I do. Or if you feel like your shoulders are sensitive for any reason, you could have your arms crossed in front of your chest. Lift yourself out of your seat. Lift your spine towards the sky. And then come back to center. Now bring one hand down. Take a nice side stretch. And then come back to center and lift to the other side. One hand comes down. Reach the other arm up. And let's go back and forth. Use your breath on this one. Inhale into that long stretching side. And exhale. Everything back to center. Again, really lifting yourself out of your seat. Let's do one more stretch. Inhale. Stay tall on that exhale. Try not to collapse. Stay tall. Now bring your hands behind your head. Lift your head, lift your chest, open your chest towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bring yourself up nice and tall. Back to center. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do two more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Opening to the front of the chest, extending your spine. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Up nice and tall. I'm going to move here and see how this looks. I'm on a little bit of a hill sloping that way. Have your knees bent or your legs long. I'm going to start with knees bent. We're going to do a few rollbacks. Arms float in front of your chest, shoulder height. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start from the pelvis. Turn the pelvis back, rounding through your spine, and then round up, warming up the abdominals a little bit. I'm going to find my perfect spot. But maybe not there. Oh, maybe it's here. Rounding through your spine. And deep exhale brings you back to center. Your shoulders are nice and soft. Using your abdominals, front of the body to control yourself against gravity, and using those abdominals in the front to round your spine with flexion. Now, can we come all the way down? Rounding down, boom, like there's a root. And maybe I turn to the side and nod my chin to my chest and come up. There we go. I can do this here. Rounding through your spine, starting from your pelvis, coming down bone by bone. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring your arms up. Nod your chin to your chest and feel up. Let's do two. Last one. Oh, there's some puppies on the beach. Now bring one leg up into tabletop. We're going to do the same thing. Rounding through the spine, coming down. Nod your chin to your chest. Lift your arms up and come up. Using that leg in tabletop. And again, rounding down. And one more. The next time we come up, we're going to do one more. We're going to stay up, but you're going to come part way up to a challenge position. And then we're going to twist over that bend knee. and untwist. And twist over that bend. And untwist. Let's do two more like this. Easy through your shoulders. Not so easy through your abdominals. From center. And roll all the way down. Set that foot down. Other leg comes up into tabletop. And curl and lift yourself up. And slowly lower yourself down. And come up with control, not bringing your arms. If you have that tendency, you could bring your arms across your chest or fingertips behind your ears. The next time we come up, we're going to stay up in that challenge position. So part way up, twist towards your bent knee, and untwist, and twist, and untwist. Two more. Last one. Untwist, and slowly lower yourself down, and let your leg come down. And then we're going to flip over onto your belly. I'm going to see how this works. We're going to do some swan. Oh, there's some sea bass. Nice. Hands underneath your chest. Legs are long. Press into the floor. Lift your head, lift your chest, extend your spine, and lower yourself down. Inhale. And that's, this is an experience. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And lower all the way down. Bring your arms down by your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Find that little squeeze between your shoulder blades. Float your arms maybe an inch away from the mat and lift your head, lift your chest. Reach your legs long. Pull your belly in. You want to support your spine here. And we're going to do a little turn to the side. Hello. And then keep your posture, that long lifted shape as you turn back to center. And then we're going to turn to the side and come back to center, starting with the head. The nose leads to the side, chest opens to the side, chest comes back to center, nose comes back to center. Turning to the side and center. Let's do two more each side. Keep that little squeeze between the shoulder blades, and the shoulder blades are not rounding forward. You're keeping the chest open. One more each side. Last one. And then come back to center. Hands come underneath your shoulders. And push your hips back to your heels. Take a little child's pose. And then come back to center. We'll come into tall kneeling here. So we did tall kneeling last week. Let's see how it goes this week. This squat is a little tougher. Hands to the side, out to a T. Now with control, come down to the mat, extend the other leg long. Now we're going to start with lifts. I'm going to lift and lift. My hand is underneath my shoulder. My bottom knee is underneath my bottom hip. My waistline is lifting up. I'm going to lift, lift. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bend the knee and flex the ankle. Reach the leg long, point your toe. Bend and flex. Reach the leg. Ooh, point. Like there's a little button. And you're trying to push that button with your big toe. Let's do 3 more. If I fall backwards, this is going to be fun. 2. Last one. You're going to point your toe, reach that leg long, draw little circles, CD size circles. Carve out the top of the circle. Last one in this direction. And then switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, one with control. Come back up. Now we get to do the other side. This is the side I'm a little bit scared of. So I'm gonna come down a little bit differently because I didn't know where the root ended. Reach that leg long, little lifts and lift, and lift, and lift. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee in, flex your ankle, reach the leg long, point your toe. Bend the knee through it, reach the leg long, point. Good, 3 more. Bend and press. Reach and point. Strong out of that shoulder, strong out of that bottom waistline. Last 2, then we get to do circles. Last 1. Reach and point that toe. Little circles. Carve out the top of the circle. The last one in this direction. And switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and come up and out. Let's do a figure 4 stretch for that. I'm going to sit and cross one ankle over the opposite knee and take a stretch through the side of the hip. And uncross. And we'll do the other side. And we're going to end with some planking here. We'll see how this goes. So I want you to get your shoulders over your hands. Take a moment in hands and knees if you need to gather through your abdominals and set yourself up nice and strong. Step your feet out into a plank. Hold here, wide shoulder blades, pressing through the entire arm. Feet a little bit wider for a little more stable base. Lower, or if you want to go a little bit unstable, you're going to turn and come into. Beautiful. Nice and strong. Control as you come back. Your front plank. This side's going to be scary as I come to the other side. And then back to my front plank. Ooh. Rotating through shoulders, hips, and knees. Oh, okay. Come back to center. I don't know if you saw the turtle, but he came up. Oh, God. And then come back to center. We're going to do one more each way. You're nice and strong. You can do it. Oh, and come back to center. Now, whew, I'm shaky. Now, if you can, low push up all the way down. Bend one knee, grab that ankle. Try to keep your knees together as you look for this quad stretch and hip flexor stretch. You know, sometimes you have a plan, and due to conditions, you have to completely change that plan. This is one of those days. Let's switch sides. This is one of those days for me. Whew. But it feels nice to move. It's nice to move my body. Do something. Let's release that leg. And we're gonna do a little neck stretch. Some sky. So find yourself in a nice seated position. First S, the side, bringing your ear to your shoulder. Just check in with those shoulder blades that they're just softly hanging out on your back. Side and sniff are a little easier than sky. So turn your head, bring your nose towards your armpit. There's sniff. And to get to sky, I like to start from sniff. I bring my nose down slightly and then slightly towards the midline of my body. I'm trying to look up over my opposite shoulder. I should call it side eye sky because I'm trying to look over my shoulder and see the sky. And then drop your chin to your chest. Let your head hang heavy for a moment. Release back up. And synchro us to the other side. Notice the differences between the sides. Again, just softening those shoulders, letting your jaw be relaxed. Easy does it through these transitions, which come into sniff. Notice how the stretch moves around your neck. And then bring your nose down and towards the midline of your body. And try to see up over your shoulders, side of that sky. You'll know that stretch when you get it. Ooh, that side's tighter for me. And then bring your chin to your chest, let your head hang heavy. Oh. Take a soft breath in and out. On your next inhale, starting from low in your belly, fill your lungs. Use that filling to reach that all the way through your spine, lifting yourself up. Find some new height today, despite the things that come at you and make you change your plans. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.